What's up guys? Just woke up, did shower and my morning routine, and it's time to go dominate in live arena. Let's see if we will fight panda spots again or do we find other players. I think this morning time slot I guess is the time when those bot accounts are up. I should probably try to avoid it in the future, but this is basically the only time slot where I can play live arena and post the video on the same day. So next time I'll have to prepare and make the video beforehand, but 2 times in a row I played on this time slot and we kept meeting those bots, and it's kind of 3 points, but it's not good content, so I will try to avoid it in future. But we will keep going with Queen Eva. I don't think I'm gonna ungear her anytime soon, though kind of like I mentioned before, I think Queen Eva fits the best in speed teams and it really isn't suited on my account, but I think she's like a better version of Ronda. The thing that Ronda can do is that she has a really hard hitting A1 that ignores defense, but isn't it only like 30%? It's not even 50% ignore. Yeah, my Ronda is ungeared and not used right now. And don't get me wrong, Ronda is a very good champion, very powerful, used a lot by top players in live arena, but only in speed teams where they know they go first. She doesn't fit go second teams at all. But the reason why she is so good is because she has one skill that hits really hard, that also blocks enemy passive and active skills, and 30% defense and shield. And this skill can basically one-shot anybody. It can one-shot Taras, it can one-shot Rotos through Necret. It is very powerful, and it will also disable, like I said, passives like Taras or Rotos. But for instance Wukong, it basically acts like a block revive, since it's gonna block the passive. But the thing is that Queen Eva can do these same things, and better. She just has permanent block revive instead of the other stuff, and she hits so hard that Queen Eva can, in my experience, pretty safely one-shot Taras from full health. And there isn't really other champions that can do it, but like in my gear, which is pretty good gear, and okay, so that's pretty much what Ronda does. The A1 is okay damage, though with the passive it has a chance to join others attacks, but it has a mediocre AoE and A1. They are both decent, but the main deal is the high damage on A2 and the fact that you can safely kill champions through passives, or one-shot Rotos, which was the original reason for using her since it's a triple hitter. But Queen Eva can do the same thing. And like I said, my Queen Eva gear is okay, it's not the best, could be a little bit better. Or by better I mean, well, it could be better. I mean, it's not like I have perfect gear on her and she's not on my best stuff, but it's fairly good. The bigger deal is that she could have 4-star or even 6-star blessing. She does actually have 2-star. I had gotten that even before the buff, but of course if she was +4 and had 4-star blessing, the damage would be even way more. But already with my build, she's doing like 150k damage per hit, so like 300k plus damage, and can do even more than that, but like let's say normal damage, so it can even one-shot Taras. I would totally recommend people using Eva. I think a lot of people are underestimating her. If you are using a lot of champions like Sifi or Chu Chen, Armanz, so on, she definitely fits those types of teams, or local champions and so on. I like to use her, but it's kind of hard, and it's kind of like Helicat. Helicat is probably my favorite pick in live arena, and sometimes he has been incredibly dominating and powerful, but right now in the current times there are so many champions that are very popular and counter Helicat that even if I don't pick Helicat until my last pick, chances are that he's gonna be countered, and not even by one champion, but multiple champions. And if he's countered, he does nothing. And that's kind of the same with Queen Eva, or I mean, it applies to all of the other nukers in general as well, but if you don't get a turn, then it's useless. And most of the other meta champions for Live Arena, stuff like Taras, Harima, Rotos, all of them are tanky and have ways to almost guarantee that they get a turn. Eva doesn't have anything like that, and she can pretty easily be killed even through Necret and shields and so on. But if you can go first, it's super good. I mean, she only has high damage on the one skill, kind of like with Ronda. The A1 and A3 multipliers are okay, it has a single target hit and AoE nuke. But the A2 damage is so high that it's just super reliable, and it always has the block revive with no conditions. But since you can hit, like, let's say, if you had good gear, you can easily hit 400k plus with the A2 that has block revive, meaning that you can do 200k with one hit if UDK takes a hit. I had that on my last video as well, that in one fight the enemy team had a very tanky Duchess, like, I don't know, 150k health or whatever. And she had shield and... where is Armanz? And they had UDK in the team, and Eva killed the Duchess with one hit anyway on the A2. And like I said, in multiple fights, I just one-shot the Taras from full health at the start of the fight. Anyway, so let's get into today's fights. First pick Wukong. I'm kind of thinking it's gonna be actually a noob Wukong and not support one. Even though it's in polymorph and not 6-star, because he also instantly picked UDK afterwards. So I'm gonna go with Duchess and then Narcissus. I almost would prefer to pick Ankora, just because the revive is so powerful if you're using Narcissus. But, like I've explained before, debuffs are a big issue, especially if you're a go second player like me, who isn't fast and doesn't have Siphi or Lockout and so on. I need polymorphs. Duchess is the only champion I have with 6-star blessing, apart from Rotos, but he doesn't have polymorph. You need 6-star blessing to use polymorph nowadays, so I will have to pick the Duchess just for that. Okay, and he ended up picking Mikage also. These two are picked very often together. I don't quite understand the synergy because I feel like they kind of overlap, but I see them all the time picked together, like more often than not almost. It's very common to see it. What are we gonna do? I guess, should I just go with the Eva? What is he gonna pick last? I guess Harima. Maybe we will... Nah, he can kind of pretty safely kill the Eva. I'm not gonna go with Necret or anything. He has the Wukong anyway, but... Oh, okay, so he kind of has double Wukong because Siegfried is kind of the improved primal version of Wukong. That's interesting. But neither... What? He didn't ban my Armanz. I guess he must have Stone Skin Nukers. There's no other way, but... Well, they definitely have enough damage to kill the Eva with A1s, but neither of those two champions have incredibly hard-hitting A1, so... The ally attack isn't that threatening. I don't think he can kill my revivers with it, but... I'm kind of surprised of his ban choice, to be honest. He didn't ban either Armanz or Ankora, meaning that I have both the CC and I have the and I have the revives. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate, but I think we might be able to get a turn with him anyway, since he didn't ban Armanz for some reason. I'm kind of surprised about this. I don't think we want to revive it with... Yeah, let's just... do A1 on Duchess, revive it with Ankara. It's gonna be higher HP anyway. I mean, higher turn meter. Siegfried is kind of... I'm gonna get the turn before it, right? Siegfried is kind of a pseudo reviver. If he's the last one in the team, he can do revive. And we also can't one-shot him because of his passive. He puts a block damage on him 2 turns and negates the skill that would kill him. But we can kill 2 champions with the A1 at the same time. We can block revive both UDK and Wukong because, like I said, the A2 hit, so that was without attack buff, by the way. So, and the damage was still, was it like 100k and 160k without attack buff? But we can kind of abuse the UDK passive often with Eva because the damage is so high that we can get a 2-for-1. What's it called? Like those TV commercial channels. We can get like a super mega one-time deal only for you. 2 block revives for 1, and it's pretty much permanent offer on the table because she hits so hard. Anyway, pardon my terrible jokes, but like I said, I have kind of habit of doing these videos either on the morning time slot or then on the evening time slot. But if I want to put it on the same day up, then it's always this one, and I'm always out of the shower and a bit groggy on these videos. Anyway, also I was a bit inactive last week. My PC broke, or at least so I thought. I was adding some new parts because I was having issues that I wasn't really... When I built my PC like 5 years ago or whatever, I wasn't really planning to... I had no ambitions or thoughts about making videos, and I didn't even know that you need a lot power, or not necessarily like GPU, but you need a lot of RAM to... Well, everything, but kind of you need a lot of RAM and also CPU, not GPU, to make videos, and yeah, I had to add a little bit of that. And when I did it, for some reason my computer didn't work because I'm not an expert. I thought I broke something because I'm very like, how would you say? I'm not overconfident type of guy. I'm very mild, not like too insecure, to be honest, for my own good oftentimes. On some things like sports or like games, I might be a lot more confident, but overall I'm not. I'm kind of like a meek is the word I mean. I'm kind of meek person in real life. That's just my nature. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pretend to be what I'm not, but yeah, I was super cautious when I rebuilt my PC, but I still thought I broke something. And then afterwards I rebuilt it like 10 times, and then after 2 days it finally was working and there was no problem. But well, let me pick first. What basically happened is that this is typical PC problem. So some people might know this, like have had exact same or similar experiences as well. I was talking about it afterwards with my brother and some friends, and they all pretty much had the exact same things happen to them in the past, so I felt kind of dumb not asking other people for help on it, but wait. Again, wait, was this the same guy? It's almost the same team. But no UDK. Well, surely we're gonna go with UDK when he's using both Wukong and Siegfried, but who do I take as the other nuker? Am I still gonna go go with Eva or Rotos. Let's go with Rotos. Should I go with Eva? Let's try Rotos this time. Anyway, so what happened, and I mean, I haven't removed the parts from my PC, maybe last time, maybe like a couple years ago, but I want to add a new SSD on the main slot, and let's ban the RAM mantle. And the GPU got stuck, like there is this like button, or button is not the right word, like a lever that is either goes like up and opens the mechanism, or you put it down and then it locks it. And well, actually the other way around, you put it down and it opens it, and you put it up and it, wait, yeah, you press it down and it's supposed to open it. Anyway, so it got like stuck in like halfway. I couldn't put it down or take it away, and then I found that okay, everybody has the same issue, or it's not technically even about the GPU, but it's about the motherboard, and the thing that where you put it on the motherboard, in my specific one, everybody was having the same issue on internet, that it's badly done and it always gets stuck in halfway. And basically the only way to fix that was to goddamn block buff debuff. The only way to fix that is to like push from like behind it, below it, upwards to the lever, and that way you can like fix it. But basically the only way you can do that is to take your computer completely apart, because you can't even like put a pinky finger there, because it's so tight and it's next to the like a massive heatsink and CPU cooler. And basically I had to take it down, and it's a pain in the ass to take the CPU cooler and everything away. Basically you have to like strip everything down from computer to do it. And then I did that, I got everything done, and then afterwards it just wasn't working. And I don't exactly know what went wrong, because I was very cautious. Now that I think retroactively, thinking that I broke something was so stupid of me, because I was so cautious about it. But yeah, it's not like they are gonna break that easily. It's not like I haven't touched them before. But I think the reason might have been, and I have no idea, but there was like in the last time that I put the computer back together, I noticed that there was like a tiny smudgeon of thermal paste next to the CPU cooler in like a board just like adjacent to it, and I like cleaned it off. That might have been the reason. I really don't think it was such tiny amount. I didn't notice it any of the other times. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe just some cables were not properly set, but I did that like 10 times. I removed everything and I put it back together. I was panicking very hard, and it was very frustrating. But anyway, that's what I had to deal with on weekend. That's why there was no video on Saturday, and my video on Sunday was super late. I was even planning to make another video on Friday, but it didn't happen. But that's my first world problems again. Okay, we're starting off with pretty good record. Granted, it's 2 fights against the same guy, but he has pretty good stuff. I mean, he has Siegfried. I guess all of the other ones are kind of free-to-play friendly, but I am very jealous about Siegfried. It's definitely one of the 2 best nukers from Primals. It's either Lazarus or Siegfried. It kind of comes down to preference. Lazarus has more utility, but Siegfried definitely has way more damage, so kind of depends. Kind of funny that in the second fight he actually saved the UDK as last pick and didn't pick it, when I already knew his team and that the Wukong was a nuke build. That was a weird choice. By the way, I've been teasing about this or proposing or drinking loud about it many times on videos, but okay, for sure. Next Monday I'm just gonna start streaming my Platinum Arena pushes on Twitch. I should have started streaming like a year ago or like half a year ago at least. I really thought about it, then I kind of stopped thinking about it, and I think it's about time to just do that. And I should do other stuff there, but at least for now I'm pledging myself that I'm just gonna do the blood pushes on Twitch, because I mean, there's people doing it from time to time, but not that many people, not the people that I used to watch, like Rats and like Boomer and so on. Those people that used to stream the blood pushes on Twitch don't do it anymore, and I feel like the videos don't kind of work. I would just be better off streaming the blood pushes and then doing other videos that are more popular, so that's what I'm gonna do in the future. Anyway, these live arena sessions are kind of like announcements and therapy sessions for me, that I talk about my stupid problems and my plans, and half of the time I don't even keep my promises, but I'm really planning to make stream on next Monday, so I still reflexively try to first pick Datses, but Armanz is way better choice. Damn, he went with my Narses. I really like to pick it every time, because it's my one champion that isn't totally cocked if they pick Harima in the enemy team. But I guess we're just gonna have to deal with it, and if that's the case, then I might as well go for early UDK and make sure that he doesn't get both Lockout, Harima and UDK in the same team. Actually, let's not pick Rotos, let's pick Ankara, yeah. My Jatsis is in Bolster, and Narses is gonna get double hit against her. I might as well avoid picking Jatsis in this matchup and try to make it a bit better for myself. And my Ankara is in 6p Stone Skin anyway and kind of slow, so it will be annoying matchup for his Narses. I should definitely be doing these live arena sessions live as well sometimes, but I'll probably do it sometime. I don't know if I will do it every time, but Platinum Arena pushes I will definitely start just doing it live. Okay, Georgit and Narses. I guess Wukong and UDK would both be the best, no, not Tormin. Yeah, they would definitely be the best choices here. Eva has no shot against this, but I guess Harima is gonna be the last pick. What? Arbiter, I guess he doesn't have Harima. This is kind of a weird team, it's kind of pseudo go first and go second, that the Arbiter, Warlord and Georgit kind of imply a speed team, but then the other two isn't exactly that. I mean, Narses fits both speed teams and slow teams, I guess, but Jatses doesn't really. By the way, it's kind of sad time for Jatses. I mean, he's still good in live arena, but if you take a look at the recent leaderboards in Classic Arena and the trends in general and so on, Ankara or Narses passive doesn't just ignore stuff like Rotos or Necret and his shields and so on, but he also does ignore Datses passive, and in the last couple of weeks, well, I mean, Duchess has been much less popular than Siphi for a long time now, ever since Taras and Marichka, but like there is nobody using Duchess in top 30, not even a single player, and I guess that's gonna happen over time. Maybe it's good that the meta shifts, but it's kind of the another nail in the coffin on my account that my old top champions for Classic Arena defense, Rotos, Necret and Duchess, all of them are countered hard by Narses, and basically the only way to deal with Narses on defense if you want to have a tanky team, and the other option is to of course have Lockout or some CC, which is what pretty much every team right now is doing in the Classic Arena meta. You can see the top 30 leaderboard on my reset video, but the only other things that can really deal with it would be Harima passive, because Narses doesn't actually ignore that. I would be kind of curious if it's intended or maybe it's a bug and they will change it later, but Harima passive and then Siphi, because their damage mitigation comes from the defense buff, which isn't a passive, and Narses doesn't fully ignore your defense, so defense buff is actually very powerful against him, and Siphi does mitigate the damage a lot, and of course then there's other choices that doesn't exactly mitigate your damage, like going with the Marichka passive and so on. Yeah, my UDK is too tanky. He's pretty good build. I can actually make him even better, but I need time to farm Chaos Dust, something that I always complain about on the videos. We keep having fusions over and over again, and I still have a big pile of items that I need to get fixed. But I could slightly upgrade my UDK, though he's, I think, in pretty good build. I can probably show it. By the way, a good moment to promote the fact, which I don't promote often enough because people ask champion pictures pretty much every day, but on every single video description you can see a link to my Hell Hades optimizer, and that isn't my optimizer from a year ago, it's from the time that I most recently opened the client. It actively updates. I'm not hiding any of my builds, so you can pretty much see all of my builds real time every time you want to see them. Literally, if you queue against me in live arena, you can look up my speeds and builds and deal with me, but okay, this is what I have on UDK. It's pretty good. I guess the banner needs to be dusted. I know I have some better bottom pieces on Stone Skin, or I think chest and gloves, but both of them need Chaos Dust. And then one issue is that the weapon and helmet have attack substats, which isn't good. Ideally I wouldn't have that because of Taras passive and him doing double damage if the enemy has higher attack, but he's in 6p Stone Skin anyway, and I will attack Taras as well, which will reduce his attack with one of his other many passives, but I'll rather go with this than go with much tankier build and no attack, because I have attack in other stuff as well, but ideally you wouldn't have any attack on any piece. But yeah, I wouldn't mind getting multiple more copies of UDK, to be honest. Even if that gives you more attack, I would probably still do it. Some people would probably say I'm insane, but I would go for it. Like, if you build him slow enough, well, maybe that's kind of the bad way to put it, but if you can get one hit in and you have low enough attack, then chances are that it's gonna be enough that you're lower attack than Taras again, so... Okay, he got the Armanz. This is gonna spell trouble for me. I'm gonna first pick Justice again because of the reasons mentioned before. By the way, here's the funny thing. This is super random. I kind of I posted about this in my clan Discord as well. Let me show it to you. Oh, should I go with the Eva here? I think I'm gonna go with the Eva. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Necret, and last one is almost certainly gonna be Eva, but this is totally irrelevant random thing, but kind of funny to me. So I saw this ad on YouTube on this morning, and basically what it says here is that how you can donate blood during work time, and basically in the description it's saying that you can get time off work if you come donate blood. That's kind of weird way to advertise, but okay. I mean, I'm sure that's not like illegal or anything, but it kind of sounds like a bit like a underhanded or immoral way of advertising some service. I don't know what you guys think about that. Is it just I'm being an asshole and it's a good cause and it's a good ad, or what do you think about it? Why wouldn't it just say that even if you can get time off work to do it, why wouldn't it just say that help your fellow men, come donate blood? And then, yeah, maybe you can also down the line get off the work, but when you're putting the getting off the work part as the main reason of doing it, it kind of sounds a bit weird. I don't want to go with Eva against the Leorios, because we can't ban it. There's no way I can do it, so he's gonna have the passive that he can't be killed and he's gonna get unkillable, but who are we gonna ban? Armanz or Lockout? Often I kind of regret banning actually Armanz instead of Lockout, but it kind of depends, but well, he doesn't have any other turn meter boost on the team, so let's just go for Armanz and hope we can eventually get our skills back and stay alive long enough. So he has pretty crazy damage with double nuker and Wukong A2, so I don't know how we can survive that long. Did someone resist? I feel like somebody resisted, but I guess it wasn't Duchess. Okay, nice. I don't think the Wukong... That definitely was without Helm Smasher proc, I think. Well, I had shield too. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. He had no attack buff and I had shield. Maybe if it's not super high damage, it might be even with the proc. Who do I want to go for? Oh yeah, I'm dumb. That happens to me way too often that I forget about that they have UDK in the team. I was thinking so hard, do I want to try to lock out the Wukong or Warlord? And it was all pointless. And not that I could lock out the Warlord probably anyway, because... Oh, he doesn't have 5-star blessing, okay. Yeah, okay, maybe I could have, but if he had 5-star blessing and I don't have Ankora in my team, I probably wouldn't have the accuracy to do it. I'm pretty sure that skill requires accuracy if you don't have Ankora. it's not super relevant, so I'll double check it after this. Come on, we had a good start. This is actually kind of hard thing for us, but come on, let's do it. Damn, she got the true fear, and I think she has to revive up right now. If we don't... Oh, okay, never mind. We got rid of it. Okay, good. I forgot we had the Narcissus on the team. It wouldn't have done it. I guess it would have removed it even without okay, good. I thought I was gonna record. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. My bad. I'm just talking too much and confusing myself. It wouldn't have done it if I didn't have Narcissus on the team. She would have... Okay, we lost it. That was my bad. I'm sure I could have... Probably not, but I should have revived Tatsus. But if Narcissus wasn't on the team, she would have lost the turn but gotten 50% turn meter. But it's not like she would have gotten true fear then lost the revive anyway, so I was panicking over nothing. Oh, I should have checked the the Narcissus A1 details, but I'm pretty sure it works the way that I said, but let's look. There's a lot of champions, so sometimes you forget about the details. Yeah, you need accuracy if you don't have Ankara, but if you have both of them, you don't need it. But I think my Narcissus has like 0 accuracy, but it could still be enough if they don't have 5-star blessing. I could almost go with the Wukong this time, but he can totally just go with Ronda and Harima, and I will totally be screwed. But I think I'm gonna go with that, yeah. He can't be QDK, he only has 2 champion slots left and needs 2 nukers, but Ronda and Wukong would do it. Okay, I guess that's a nuke Ramanto. Interesting. Very niche, but if you are somebody that is very fast and has lockout, then you totally can use it. But I guess maybe in this one we should just go with the Thorwin. we can go with triple nuker, I guess. I mean, he can disable Thorwin passive too, but now he's gonna be a little bit scared to... I feel like I should still ban the Armanz, but I could, I guess, ban one of his nukers. He would have really hard time killing my team if I ban the Siegfried, but with the Arbiter turn meter boost and Yumeka and Armanz, there's no way I would ever get a turn against him, so... We're still locked out. Oh, that's kind of funny. So, we proc the Siegfried passive with our counter-attack, meaning that we can already kill him after this anyway. That was actually very good for us, but everybody's still locked out. Wukong can't do any damage. He does have a... I guess he must have very fast Arbiter, because that's insanely squishy build. Maybe we can even kill it with Wukong A1. Who knows, but it does look insanely squishy. Okay, not quite, but that was without attack buff, and we even have 2-piece stone skin and not cruel, so it was very close. He probably has something like flat attack bottom pieces or maybe accuracy or something. We can maybe dwindle it down with the hits from our revivers as well. Wait, Justice is almost about to get the revive back. Can we just instantly pull off a revive? Yeah, nice. Ankara A2. A1 for the win. Ah. Did the Armanz really do that much damage? Yeah, that... okay. That skill does hit hard. The AoE doesn't hit that hard, it's just normal damage, but that skill actually had... Is it like 1.84 times? So it actually does have very high multiplier. I have used Nuke Ramantu in the past. I have made a video about it, maybe in like the first 2 weeks of Live Arena release, so it's not like this is something I haven't seen or weren't aware of, but these speed teams, it's getting very hard to deal with them nowadays. It's not just Live Arena right now, but it's the classic arena meta. It has shifted because of Narses and the fact that I mentioned that you can't really mitigate the enemy damage with passives like Duchess and so on anymore. Necret, Ursuga, those kind of old champions that at their own times were among the best champions in classic arena defense, they are completely irrelevant and unviable in Platinum Arena right now, and there isn't really too many ways to actually mitigate the damage, and that's why everybody's opting out for Lockout, Armanz and other types of like speed threat teams in defense, and I really can't deal with them very well. I'm only going after Go second teams, and my own defense is also a Go second team and not even a very good one, so I had this couple weeks with Ankara instead of Wukong, but I think probably the Wukong version is doing better for me. I think I had maybe like 15 losses and 2 wins on reset. We can't see all of the logs because if you reopen the client, for some reason it just removes the history. But I don't count the first battle as win because the way you can see here is that I didn't gain any points and the enemy was at 3.2k rating. This means that they started this battle before the arena reset ended and they finished it afterwards. So even though I won, I didn't actually gain any points from it, but my offense actually did very well. It used to be so that it's kind of funny thing to say, but during the Gala meta, I basically never lost offense. It was just very consistent way to farm the enemy teams with double nuker and UDK against most of the meta defense teams. Even lockout ones, if they had like Protoss and lockout in defense or lockout and Mortu, I could totally just A1 it down with my double nuker team, and I maybe lost 1 battle in classic arena offense every like 3 months. Like literally I never lost offense battles. Nowadays on most resets I have maybe 2 to 4 losses, which isn't I mean it happens, the top players do get losses in offense too. Sometimes you just get unlucky. But yesterday I didn't have a single loss in offense, and I was having pretty fast fights with the Armanz, this team, the Armanz, Ludia, Narses team, so my offense is doing great. Of course there is even better offense teams, but my offense is doing really well. The issue is just that my defense sucks balls and I really need to fix that, but let's get back into the live arena. I think it's the same guy, right? It's the same speed team account, yeah it is. And he got the first pick, we're not getting Narses again. I wish I had... Okay, let's not surrender just yet. I wish I had 4-piece stone skin on Rotos or Eva, but sadly I don't. I feel like I probably picked my best stuff the last time, to be honest. I don't know how I can do any better than that. Yeah, let's just at least first pick the dots again for the polymorph, but that's pretty much all of the ideas that I got. Lockout should have been a debuff from the start. I don't think it makes sense to separate them. Lockout is insanely overpowered. You can't get through it with you can't counter it with immunity or anything else. It doesn't have any weaknesses or any downside at all. It's too much, and it doesn't just like stuns are maybe you stun the enemy for 1 turn. Lockout is you stun them for like 4 turns or 5 turns if you're Warlord. And you can't even get polymorphed, or you can proc turn meter to them with their masteries and so on. Yeah, we're gonna go with the same stuff. There isn't really much anything else that I can do here. Okay, let's go with Mitrala. Let's try this. I'm probably gonna go with the Wukong or Rotos as last one, and he knows it. He's gonna pick either the Ramantu or Ronda again. But let's pick the Nuker as the last choice. Or I guess I could go with Tormin. He has a very squishy team, but we will see. Okay, he went with the Wukong. Interesting. I guess I'm gonna go with the Tormin. No, let's go with Rotos. Panic changed just in time, but at least I didn't miss it. So pretty sure, even if I didn't click it in time, it automatically picks your highest player power champion. I don't think my Mikage is in very good gear right now, so I think my Rotos is like 180k player power or something like that, so pretty sure it's gonna pick Rotos first. I don't have a lot of primals. Primals basically get double player power because they have 2 forms. It doesn't really make any sense, but if you have any nuker or if you have any primal champion as a nuker or in resistance, they are most certainly gonna be your highest player power one. You could even get like 400k player power nuker if it's a primal champion, but because I don't have anybody other than Mikage, and she's in super crazy gear, just with accuracy and speed in Stone Skin, my Rotos is actually higher player power than her. But if my Rotos was primal, he would almost be 400k player power, which will be higher than some teams that you meet in Classic Arena. Okay, can we beat him this time with the Mitrala? Honestly, I feel like probably it wasn't a mistake, but he could have opened with the Hex first, and he didn't. Maybe we can get some... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, maybe we can get some more work done before he gets his own Hex up, but I guess he got it instantly. What? Okay, Rotos even got a turn here. Okay, we're good. No way I can lose at this point, surely. I guess we got the revenge win against him. I don't want to celebrate too early because I do it all the time, but surely we're gonna win, right? Nope. Okay, Siegfried is too good. What can I say? And he wasn't even like ignoring, but actually I guess he kind of was. The thing about the Siegfried A2, or it's not specific about Siegfried, is any skills like that, but let me show you. So Duchess passive mitigates the damage from enemy AoE attacks by 25%, which is actually huge deal if it wasn't for the fact that Narses ignores it with his passive. But there's other ways to get around it, and actually during the meta where Tranda was the top nuker, she could do this as well, and you can basically do this with Vogot or Ursuka or any type of champion with a passive that is a big deal in PvP, except Marichka, because of course she works differently than everybody else. I don't know what to say about that, but when the Sigrun does his big nuke, he first hits one target and then he hits everybody else. And if you hit Duchess with the first hit, that is single target skill, and the passive isn't gonna mitigate the damage. Then you kill the Duchess, you get rid of her passive, and the damage scales from the original hit that wasn't mitigated by Duchess passive. Also the AoE damage isn't mitigated by the passive, so you're completely ignoring this when you do the Sigrun nuke. And the Sigrun nuke of course has crazy damage. It has a multiplier of 6, and he has very high base attack as well. This pretty much hits the same as the Queen Eva A2. She has a bit higher base attack and higher books a bit more, but it has a multiplier of 5.6 and this has 6, so it's pretty much the same, and both of them have the 50% ignore defense. I would say that Eva is maybe more reliable with that, because it's a block revive and double hitter. But this skill, if you kill one target with it, then you can do massive AoE damage, and I've mentioned this many times before, but the books and masteries and attack buff and everything else, they get applied second time, and you can do more than double damage with the AoE part of the hit than the original damage, assuming that you hit a very low target, very low HP target and kill it. Anyway, that's enough rambling. What? Okay, I was just browsing the Reddit again, which has been my hobby lately. I know some people feel that it kind of distracts from the PvP, but I kind of distract myself in other ways too, like rambling about my not broken PC and my other first world problems, but this is an interesting thread. I'm not gonna lie, I probably shouldn't say this because some people might get offended, but I don't follow the raid content creation scene that much. The people that I do follow is the PvP players, occasionally some other people like maybe Noob, but often I'm kind of out of the loop around the CC stuff. And I mean, I used to like channels like MacChan and Manibal, the ones that do PvP, but those don't exist anymore. But anyway, there's some thread about drama between Noobs and the Saffron Man. I have never heard about this, so let's see what he says. This is a big post. It reminds me of the old forum days, but let's take a look at it. I do remember when we had people like Stu Gaming and why can't I remember his name? Dark Microtransaction. They were kind of starting dramas. I don't mean it as like a bad way or insult, but they were kind of keeping people on their toes, and they were not scared of disagreeing with other people, which I actually respect and like, but we haven't really had anybody like that in a while. Okay, let's read his thread. I'm a little bit embarrassed to even comment on this drama, but the whole video and the discussion around it made me feel bad and somewhat uneasy. Oh, this account sounds very familiar. I think it might be somebody that regularly pushes Platinum Arena because it sounds super familiar name to me. So to sum this all up, the Saffron Man used to be a raid content creator and created/hosted 2 successful award shows centered around other content creators and general raid community while he was still active. I actually remember that, and I remember one time I said that there was somebody that was doing this kind of content creator panels, and I couldn't remember who he was. But yeah, he was. I said it was Madcapper, and then I was like, no, it wasn't Madcapper, it was somebody else. But the guy that I meant was Saffron Man. Okay. He has since retired from the scene. I think he has retired before I even started making videos. And only now reappeared to make the video I linked and call out Nupraids for making a new kind of award show together with Plarium. Oh, I haven't even heard about that, to be honest. With Plarium, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, yes, a Nuke Wukong. Yeah, let's go with the UDK. Should I go with both Necret and UDK? Yeah, let's do that. They can be good combination together. Now, I don't want to get into details too much, but it seems clear to me that staff is overreacting. I hope he explains what he reacted, because this is the first time that I hear about this. He speculates that Nub stole all his ideas from their shared content creator chat in Discord and is now making his own thing with Plarium or something. To be honest, I don't even understand this myself. The Plarium version of the award show isn't out, yet Saf implies that this show will be, by definition, 100% identical to his own stolen ideas, and therefore Noob and Plarium are shameless for doing this. Okay, we need more context here, but obviously Saffron Man didn't invent award shows. I guess that goes without saying, but those things have definitely been happening before I was born, and I'm pretty sure they were happening before Saffron Man was born as well. He might be a little bit older than me, but I don't think he's that much older. But maybe there's some context that we're missing. Wait. Eva or I don't think it matters what Nuker we go with, but he has the Ramantu anyway. This is a different account, but he's basically using the exact same team as the other guy, and we just can't beat this. Should I ban the Ramantu? I'm almost tempted to do it. Maybe he doesn't ban the UDK. Oh, he didn't ban the UDK, damn. Maybe this pays off. It's kind of hard to get a turn against the Lockout and Ankara, but if we can get a turn, maybe we can win this. Okay, first of all, I have the following questions for staff. Then why are you posting them on Reddit? I mean, obviously he's farming drama / like creating a discussion here, but it isn't a discussion with the Saffron Man. You could get a discussion if you DM'd him or join his Discord or stream or whatever, but this is not the way that you have a dialogue with Saffron Man. Wait, we have a post from moderator. Moderator note: the Saf in the subject line is the Saffron Man and has no relationship to Saf or HH Gaming Network. Okay, this is a weird thing. I don't know about this, but this kind of that's a weird remark to make by the moderators. They're almost like throwing Saffron Man out of the, like, under the bus and simping for Saphira. I don't think you need to add caveats like that, but when he puts it that way, it almost makes it seem like the moderators are a bit biased towards, or maybe they dislike Saffron Man. That's kind of what I get from that with my kitchen psychology logic. I would have just not said anything. Okay, I want to read this thread to the end though. This is kind of interesting. I do like this kind of stuff, and when Stu and... Why do I keep forgetting his name? When Stu and Dart Microtransaction were doing this kind of stuff, I didn't really like engage it, but I did follow it, so... It might be kind of unpopular thing to say, because I feel like nowadays most of the raid community dislikes Stu, including like my clan, but I really like Stu. He probably is my favorite content creator in raid from all time, and he definitely has made my favorite raid video ever. Go search in YouTube Stu Gaming triple Dark Ilhane Platinum Arena reset. That's definitely the best video ever made. He basically makes a troll team and pushes with triple Dark Elhain, does well, and then roasts the top arena clans in like a good, like pretty hard but not too seriously, and I like that type of humor. Okay, we lost the fight. I knew we were gonna lose it, so let's focus on the Reddit. I can't deal with this. What can I say? I have the following questions for Saf, and again, you could have asked them from Saffron Man and not Reddit, but what sources of information do you have that we, the general community, are lacking? Well, if he has some information, and I probably do have some as well, chances are that he can't say it if it's something that Plarium has specifically told him not to talk about until certain date, so I don't know what to say about this, but when they give us some information, they tell us that you can't talk about it until X date and time. And if you're a good boy like me, you're not gonna do that, and if he has some information, then he's not gonna talk about it anyway. Where does the idea come from? What makes you think Plarium isn't gonna do their own unique award show with different skits, different graphics categories, and different everything basically? Have you seen the show? It's really hard because I don't really want to talk about this, but I will say I'm pretty sure this thing has been in the planning for a while. I have no idea. I have no idea what Saffron Man actually said, if they said that they copied him, but obviously he didn't invent award shows. But I know that they have been planning something for a long time. I didn't know Nuprates was involved in it, but I knew that Plarium was doing something. Where does your confidence come from when you make a supreme rant video and demand response from Nubs within 5 days? How do you know he's going to steal your exact ideas you were sharing with him in the content creator chat and then copy paste them shamelessly? And wouldn't it have been much smarter to wait until the Plarium show is done and then call them out for copy paste if that show was indeed shameless steal? I just don't understand where the rage is coming from and how it could be justified at this point of time. This video really doesn't make anyone look good. Damn, the fits on the energy drink is getting me. To the contrary, it reeks of man-child behavior and pettiness. Taking it down and uploading a new and modified version after having calmed down seems like a good idea if you ask me. Any opinions on this, folks? Okay, this is kind of interesting. I haven't seen the video. I have to watch it. I don't know if Maybe I'll do it at the end of this video. Okay, fuck it. After the live arena reset ends, now we're gonna keep playing. Well, actually, I'm gonna read the comments, but we're gonna queue. At the end of this video, I'm also gonna react to that video, so if you want to see that, then it will be on the end, but I have never done a single reaction video. No, not that it's some kind of highbrow form of content, but might as well do it. Yeah, if this guy invented the concept of award shows, then my grandma invented the concept of bread. That's the kind of thoughts that I'm getting about this as well. But having dealt with people that like dislike me and like, you know, take things out of context and maliciously narrate things imprecisely, I want to see the other side first, because I don't take OP at his word, no offense. I want to see what actually happened. But it does sound kind of funny if Saffron Man wants to take copyright of award shows, but we will see what he actually said. I'm not gonna say anything about that right now. But I do remember he made those award shows and he made panels with other CCs. If I was making content when he was doing them, I definitely would have wanted to join them. And maybe I'm gonna be slightly biased on Noob's favor actually, exactly because of that, because a while ago, like basically I have been in two videos with other people. I wouldn't mind being in more videos, by the way. Hit me up if you have 500 subs, I will appear on a video, but or 50 subs, whatever number. But so I had this thing that Ash had asked me to do a video, and we had already done it, which was basically the first time that I was on video. I did make 2 videos for Blazing as well before it, but I was talking about it afterwards on my video that I'm gonna appear on Ash video, and it's gonna be a big break and it's gonna be super cool, because obviously it's gonna help the channel a lot. And you know, some people like do those things all the time, like dozens of times, and they get massive amount of boost on their channel from it. And I was super happy about it, and I was kind of slightly maybe being a bit butthurt and saying that why is nobody ever asking me for videos. That I don't know if the other content creators dislike me because I'm in mad, because a lot content creators seem to dislike our clan, but I have not really been unfriendly with other people, but that was just me being entitled. It's not like I deserve any free promotion from other content creators. But I was talking about that, and I also mentioned exactly the what was his name, Saffron Man's like award show or the panel with other CCs, and I remember that he was doing that and I liked it. I wish that was still a thing, and I would want to appear on that and interact with other CCs. And Noob saw that video, and he messaged me the same day, maybe in like couple hours. Okay, we need a nuker. I think we're gonna go with Eva on this one. Noobs messaged me if I want to appear on his video after he saw this. So it's kind of funny thing, because on the same video I was talking about the Saffron Man thing and said that I liked it and I wish I could appear on it. And then when I was being entitled and crying about it, Noob actually came to save the day and then offered to do it with me, which was super cool. So I have nothing against Saffron Man, but I might be a little bit biased towards Noob, because that was pretty cool from him. And I mean, in general, I think out of the content creators that don't do PvP, the 2 that I do watch, not every video, but the two that I watch regularly, is gonna be HH Gaming Network and Noob Race. I mean, I'm not gonna like make so many pretenses here to be friendly with everybody. There's a lot of CCs. I don't have the time to watch everybody. I do watch a bunch of smaller content creators that do Platinum Arena pushes and arena content. But non-arena content, those two are basically the two that I watch. But yeah, so I kind of like noobs. Let's just put that out there and be fair. But it's good. I have never really participated in these dramas, and I'm not really interested in creating any stir, but it's kind of interesting that we have this kind of makes the game feel alive when there's a little bit friction or debate in the community. I don't want the kind of community that, or not the kind of drama where people actually hate each other and take it too far, but I think a little bit banter and disagreement is actually good. Like when we had the Fatalis drama and couple content creators took offense when I said that there's like 99% of champions in the game that need a buff or deserve a buff more than Fatalis. That was a little bit drama that I wasn't even intending to create, because I didn't think it would be that controversial. I assumed that everybody would just automatically agree, but they didn't. There was a bit drama, but wasn't my intention and it didn't go that far. So I think that kind of stuff is good. It keeps people on their toes, and I want to kill the Rotos, but we can weak hit on him, so I think we're just gonna get rid of the Wukong first. Oh, okay, I was slightly too slow and we did AoE, but I guess that well, it's not the best, but I guess it works. I should have done the A2 on the Wukong, block revived him and then done the A3 next turn and gotten the cooldown of A2 back, because it does reset on kill. But when we are at this point with Armanz alive and even not having Siphi or anything, I think we might be good, yeah. Yes, sorry about this if somebody doesn't like this and the PvP got a little bit distracted, but this is very interesting to me, so give me a sec. Goddamn allergy. Okay, here's somebody else. I watched the video last night and it was incredibly hard to watch. Embarrassing to say the least. When he started threatening everyone that remains involved, it was pretty sad. Like an angry kid having a tantrum or not being included. What exactly should everyone be afraid of him doing? He took internet tough guy to a new level. Okay, doesn't look like anybody's on his side. Yeah, no, not gonna lie, if Stu Gaming came back to Raid and did this kind of stuff all the time where he openly disagrees with another content creator or Plarium and makes videos about it, not only is it interesting content to me personally, I think it's actually good for the game or like the community and the other content creator or Plarium that he's disagreeing with him, because it, you know, creates this kind of stir and everyone gets promotion and so on. Yeah, we're gonna do the same stuff, get the polymorph and then the Narcissus. Okay, I wanna see if there's somebody in the comments that is actually on Saffron Man's side. I think this will be taken down as it isn't related to the game, but my take is that Saffron Man had always said he wished Plarium would lead the award ceremony, so confused now that he's so pissed about Plarium picking up. Okay, to be fair, I don't know, okay, I'm gonna be a bit biased here. This is based on my personal experiences, but first of all, if this is against the raid Reddit rules, these kind of threads have been happening forever. They have been very big and popular. Almost certainly some of the most popular threads ever in raid Reddit are threads in relation to like the different stew dramas or dark microtransaction dramas or the cheat engine dramas and so on. The Reddit mods don't delete this, but not gonna lie, I'm kind of I've had my experiences with the Reddit mods. If you're one of them, I'm sorry if you take an offense, but I don't think they are very unbiased, honest actors, to be honest. I think they will delete whatever they feel, and sometimes one of the mods will do one thing that the other mods wouldn't do. So they are only human, and I wouldn't take Reddit moderators as the arbitrators of what is right and wrong, or even what is the rules of the Reddit, because they are not gonna be unbiased. Okay, let's get UDK and Rotos against the George. But I want to see if there's somebody here in Saffronman's side. Stu 2.0, angry British baby man trying to stay relevant. Like I said, roast me in comments. Who hates Stu Gaming? Stu Gaming is my favorite raid content creator. Feel free to tell me why I'm wrong and why I should do self-harm or whatever. It doesn't really bother me, but I really do feel like Stu Gaming was the best content creator in raid. He was entertaining, he caused a lot of drama, sure, but it was interesting, and I still feel like he kind of towed the line. He might roast somebody, he might disagree with them, but he doesn't actually do anything bad. I think he knows how to do content creation. At this point, he's like a veteran and professional on it, and he knows how to do drama without taking it too far. Fuck. Okay, Vikage is fine. I wanted to go with Helicat, but he has both Armanz and Lockout, and no way I can do it. Mikage is actually fine. I'm very happy with Mikage. He does have the Angora, but I think it's still gonna be good with the Stone Skin and turn meter reduction and passive. And we can change the form even after the lockout. Oh, okay, he actually went for the Mikage ban, so that was actually unintentionally a great pick from me, I guess. Or not really from me, but from the game. Okay, we will watch the video at the end of the video. Let's do some live arena. I will say I don't dislike either one of them. I actually like both of those channels. More than average raid channel. They are some channels that I actually do know and have been watching and liked. So I'm not really like I'm not trying to pick a side here. And okay, taking the unpopular side, as I guess, but I don't think Saffronman was just doing the award thing. I think he was doing other Twitch stream panels as well with other content creators frequently, and I think that was a good thing. I think he helped a lot smaller content creators, so I think what he was doing was very good thing for the community, to be honest. But obviously he didn't invent award ceremonies, and Clarium is free to do their own one. And so I guess apparently it has been announced that Noobs is gonna be in the rating. I didn't even know that Noobs was gonna be part of it. I just knew that Raid was gonna do one, but that's cool. I think Noobs is probably now that I think about it, out of all, if Raid was gonna do award ceremony like that, Noobs is probably the one that I would pick as the host as well, to be honest. If I'm... Who would be better one at that? Pretty sure Noobs would be my number one pick anyway, so... He's definitely much better public speaker than me. He's native English speaker and he's pretty chill, like fluent in English and has good mannerism and is not too spicy, so I think he makes sense. And he's more maybe some of the more awkward content creators like me, they wouldn't make good hosts for something like that. But Noobs is maybe one of the more suitable ones. Maybe let's say that Stu Gaming still played Raid. I think Stu Gaming would be great at it as well. Stu Gaming could be kind of like the Ricky Gervais of Raid award ceremonies. That he can give the awards to people and do the thing, while going hard on Plarium and roasting them about different things. That would probably be my favorite choice of Raid award ceremony. But I think outside of Stu Gaming, I think Noobgex is a great choice, to be honest. Definitely, I would be the worst choice. I wouldn't pick myself. Regardless, let's say that I have like 100k subs and I was a big content creator. I would be a terrible guy at hosting something like that. I would not be compatible for it, let's say. I'm sure like Hell Hades could do it and so on. Ash, maybe Ash, yeah. Probably Ash, I think, would probably be a natural good choice as well. Well, both Hell Hades and Ash would be good choice. I think Ash is maybe the most conventional type of award ceremony host in the Raid CC community. He might be the typical choice, to be honest, but Noobs is the more how would you put it? Well, I guess he's younger as well, but he's the more... Not edgy. Edgy isn't the right word. Ash would be like the traditional type of host, and Noobs is more the younger generation, a bit more... a bit less refined, and a little more like free-flowing and off the cuff, and maybe the one that I would prefer, but Ash would be the type that you would often see in those other award shows. Not that I watch them, I think all of that is funny, but we do get good memes about them from time to time, like when Will Smith commits crimes and assaults people live on TV, when somebody makes a mild joke about her wife losing her, which everybody has to deal with. Imagine somebody like Asmongold. People make fun of his hair every day, probably like millions or tens of millions of times at this point. And he has never assaulted anybody or committed any crimes about it. But then some random super rich celebrity that has maybe a little bit too big ego just commits crimes live on television because of that. That's kind of funny. It's very sad at the same time, but those kind of moments are okay. I guess they make the TV interesting. Maybe some other of my favorite Raid award show moments are... I don't want to get too political, and I don't know if that's gonna get this video maybe demonetized or not. They wouldn't show it, but one would be the... I think Ricky Gervais has hosted many award shows, but I like him as a comedian just in general. But he's I would say my favorite award show host of the ones that do it regularly. He's always gonna roast everybody really hard, doesn't pull any punches, actually makes really good jokes, and he always goes really hard on the actual host of the, or not host, but the one that is making the show as well. Probably what Steve Gaming would do as well. What do I want to pick? Let's go with UDK and Rodos. I'm getting a little bit distracted, but there isn't that many options to pick anyway. Okay, another good host in award shows who has one very famous moment is called actually it's also a British comedian, just like Ricky Gervais, but Russell Brand. If you haven't, I don't know if I want to say the word on the video, but if you know what Hugo Boss is, I can't pronounce it of course, but Hugo Boss or Hugo Boss or however you say it, it's like a very expensive fashion brand. Wait, should I go with I could almost go with Arbiter, but then again he might go with Sifi. He might go with Arbiter if I don't pick it, to be honest. Wait, I'm dumb. Still need a nuker. Okay, we can't win this matchup. Anyway, so I don't even recall what awards they were, but I think it was some magazine or some kind of publication or whatever that was done in collaboration or by Hugo Boss or whatever. But basically they are sponsoring the event or hosting the event, and Russell Brand goes on the stage and he's talking about the fact that how would I put it, that Hugo Boss used to make costumes for some German people in World War II, and then he was making some pretty spicy jokes that sure they might have done some bad things like what they did to Jews or whatever, but they also did make really good clothes and it was all worth it and stuff like that. I think those are the best type of award ceremonies where the hosts go really hard at whatever establishment is creating them. I like that kind of stuff. Probably most people think that's a bit too much, but if you haven't seen that clip, search Russell Brand and Hugo Boss on YouTube. That's one of the best comedy skits of all time, and it wasn't like, you know, something that it clearly wasn't approved with them. He literally got kicked out of the show and so on, and he went really hard at them. You will see it on YouTube, but I don't want to talk about it too much because my video might get demonetized or unlisted and so on, so I'd rather not do it. Wait, we have the attack buff. Can we just, if we hit the Angora with A2, can we just kill both UDK and Narcissus? We might be able to do it. Oh, okay. So UDK blocked reaction, but we still killed Narcissus with one hit from the Eva A2. And if UDK didn't block the reaction, then we definitely would have killed both of them. That's kind of cool. I almost could make a separate video about reacting to Saffron Man, but there's so many videos that I was planning to make today that I don't think I can make 3 or 4 videos on the same day, and this kind of stuff kind of goes out of it's like time related and there's no point to make a video about it a week later, so But yeah, as you can tell, I think award shows in general are kind of cringe, and it's just people patting themselves on back and Hollywood telling people how they are better than everybody else, and they are gonna donate $1,000 to Amazon rainforest to plant some trees or whatever. Meanwhile, everybody in that room flies with their private planes to that award show and sips some alcohol and eats caviar and think they are better than everybody else. That's maybe a little bit cynical and political way of thinking about it, but even the local Finnish award shows, they are super cringe, and I generally don't care for them unless there is a host that goes really hard and actually makes some good points and gives them a little bit of reality check in their own show. I literally don't own TV. I have never owned TV. I will never buy a TV in my life. It's not like you can't watch TV shows with PC, but that's how much I care about that kind of old-fashioned media. But yeah, I guess today was more like speaking about my own problems and talking about the raid drama and less focused on the live arena battles. But I mean, I was focused, but I was getting a little bit distracted. But oftentimes there isn't that much things to do. Maybe couple fights I could have picked something slightly different if I was thinking about it more. But then that one fight, for instance, where I was kind of forced to pick Mikage. Mikage was actually the right pick to make in that fight, and it was good that I stopped myself from picking the Helicat. But yes, since I have my own these first world problems that I don't have good champions, and I feel like I have not enough agency in do I want to go with the UDK? I feel like I don't have enough agency in the live arena. This kind of other stuff is actually breath of fresh air and kind of interesting for me to go through in the middle of the videos, but maybe if this drama keeps going, maybe I will actually make a separate video about it. Like I said, I literally have never done a reaction video in my life. Not that it's some kind of hallmark of content, but I'm kind of open to it. I would be almost interested to do it if there was some interesting content to talk about. So those were my favorite videos, or some of my favorite videos from Stu Gaming, for instance, or 69 Boomer and so on. Should I go with the UDK? I feel like he's gonna... No, he's not gonna pick it. He has to pick a nuker. Let's go with Helicat. Finally we have a fight where the enemy doesn't have Wukong or Mikage or Lazarus and you name it. We can actually be very annoying with Helicat, and he might even go for the Helicat ban instead of Armanz, but I think he's still gonna ban Armanz, but both of these are very annoying for him to deal with. Okay, nice. But yeah, like I said, I like Saffron Man. His content was one of the few, like, because there's tons of raid CCs and there's trillion raid CCs that talk about the updates and everything that isn't PvP. There's always only a couple that talk about PvP and focus on it. I don't have time to watch all of them, but Saffron Man kind of did a little bit different content than others. He was actually one of the ones that I watched, and so is Snoop, so I mean, I'm not afraid to make an opinion and offend them, but I'm saying that I don't come from a place that I have any distaste for either one. Not even Saffron Man. I actually like both of them. I have never spoken with Saffron Man. I think he stopped making content maybe like a year ago before I started making videos. I almost dropped my energy drink, but that wasn't closed, but not quite. Damn, if he didn't have the Harima passive, the fight would be over and we could just easily kill both of the revivers now, but can't do anything with that pesky Harima passive. I really hope we get a champion that will counter Harima passive eventually. Harima is like counters to the damage mitigations of other champions, but now we also need a counter to Harima because she is just too much. I wanna go for the A3 again, but it's not gonna do any damage, there's just no point to do it. Let's actually go for the A1. Yeah, no damage at all. Nice, the strength and defense buff actually made my Rotos very tanky and the Rondo couldn't even break the shield with the A1. Okay, Harima broke it easily though. Okay, one more turn, we can get another revive. I hope Rondo doesn't have the A2 back. If she does, it's over. Okay, A3 is fine. As long as we can get a turn on Ankara, we're good. Okay, Narcissus isn't gonna have enough damage. They have both the Harima passive and our health is reduced a lot. I don't think we're gonna hit very hard. Yeah, nowhere close enough to even kill the Duchess. That's kind of funny. Yeah, we lost it. This is why I need some distractions in live arena, because it does get very... It feels so unfair and frustrating, but I know that it's that way to everybody, not just me, and we got plenty of wins today, so I can't really cry about it too much, but I'm gonna cry anyway. It is what it is. I want to win, I feel like I should win, even if I shouldn't, and it feels unfair, and I will keep complaining about it. I don't know what else to say. Okay, this might be the last fight, or then we get one more, but not too much time left. Yeah, Rotos does better against Harima than Wukong, so we're definitely not gonna go with Wukong, but Eva could be interesting as well. Maybe I'm gonna go with... Yeah, let's go with Necret and Narcissus, and maybe I will actually go with Eva as the last pick. I hope he doesn't pick lockout, but I guess he's definitely gonna do it. I mean, if I had Armanz, Harima and lockout, I would pick them every fight too, so it is what it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the Eva. I'm still gonna ban the Armanz, but we definitely can kill the Wukong, but maybe we can even kill the Harima with the A2 if he doesn't have, or if she doesn't have shields. Wait, did Saffron Man delete all of his videos, or was he only streaming? Because I can only see like, I don't know, like 6 videos on his YouTube channel. He might have deleted some videos, or I mean, I remember his Twitch streams, but pretty sure he also made videos and not just streams. Interesting. I mean, it's a long time ago, so... But yeah, I mean, I guess without actually seeing the video, it does kind of seem from other people's reaction that I guess he maybe got a little bit too mad about them doing the same stuff that he did and other people have done. But I can kind of like understand. I mean, I do get a little bit like ego reaction when somebody feels to me somebody copies my content, but everybody has done that kind of stuff before, and sometimes people do the same content or have same opinions even without seeing the other stuff and not actually trying to copy it. I'm sure some couple, I'm not gonna say who, but I'm sure a couple people have copied my stuff. Yeah, it triggers me a little bit, but it happens. It's can't get too mad about it. I mean, yeah, I got triggered as well, but I didn't make a video about it at least. Anyway, let's not roast him just yet. We're gonna give him benefit of doubt and we're gonna be mature about this and react to his video. Yeah, kind of anticlimactic. Some of those other fights, I either stomped the enemy or they stomped me, but this one clearly wasn't the worst one. We actually could get a turn with our nukers, and if we can get a turn, then we definitely have enough damage to kill them, but the issue usually is if we can ever get a turn, or if they have too tanky team with Harima passive and lockout and everything else, and maybe we can get the turn, but we can't do anything anyway. Okay, nice. We can do one more. Actually, I think we're gaining a lot points today, even though I'm getting a little bit distracted by all of the Reddit and drama stuff, but we're actually doing good, so that's nice. I had a couple pretty bad sessions in recent times, so it does feel nice to win and get higher, but in the end, what I really need rather than arbitrary wins, I need champions, but they are not gonna come into existence no matter how much I wish for it or cry about it on videos. But come on, Plarium, it's about time. It's about time you give me a break and give me some good champions. Otherwise, I too am soon gonna make a video about Plarium and how Plarium has a conspiracy to prevent me from getting good champions and not allowing me to have the trophy that I deserve. I will make one of those videos soon as well. Okay, what kind of speed team is he gonna go with Shu Chen? I guess we're gonna see charge it, and I can't even tell if it's a Nuke Wukong. But probably it's not a Nuke Wukong with Shu Chen, I would assume. Well, what do I want to pick? We still have one slot to pick a support, so I guess this was the safest and best choice. Angora is just a safe general pick, being in Stone Skin and having high turn meter revive, and Narses also has is a lot safer pick than Protoss and the other ones, but okay, it is actually a Nuke Wukong. And the last one definitely will be charged unless I pick something very specific that he needs to counter, but I think I'm just gonna go with Duchess and Protoss. This is the exact same stuff that I pretty much arrived to every time. I could go with UDK too. Should I do UDK? Let's go UDK. Yeah. Another revive would be nice, but UDK is gonna be good both against the Charged and Wukong, and maybe he actually picks something else, like maybe Lazarus, if he has it, but with this team, I'm almost certain that he was gonna pick Charged. You always pick Shu Chen and Charged together, but maybe it's something else now. Okay, it's still Charged. Okay, that's not a great start. We didn't get a lot of reaction procs there. Okay, and what? That didn't do any damage. Was it actually a... Didn't it do 32k damage? Either it's support Wukong or it's not crit capped. Maybe it's a Nuke Wukong that doesn't have 100% crit rate. That would be kind of funny. Imagine losing to that, but I guess I'm gonna. I don't think I... Yeah, I can't use revive yet. I need to save it for Armanz. Because he's gonna get revived at full turn meter and the others are not. He doesn't have any life harvest, so we could still potentially get kills if we can do it. If he does defense buff now, yeah, he's thinking about it. I don't think he's gonna do it, yeah. If he did do it, that would have been a big mistake, because if I got in now... Okay, I didn't got in, that sucks. I could have block revived the Charged, but I wasn't fast enough to cut in. Yeah, Shu Chen can be kind of hard to deal with like that in a like slow go second team against a speed team with Siphi. But yeah, it's whatever. I guess we had some losses, but we gained points. Not what else. I don't know what else to say. It's the same old stuff. I don't have anything new. I'm meeting the same teams. I still don't have an answer to them. Maybe I could do a little bit better if I got 4-piece stone skin on my Rotos. Actually, I think that would make a massive difference. And pretty sure I already do have 1 piece of stone skin on my undead, so even without champions, do I have to sell some random access? Okay, let's just 120 of them. Okay, I don't want to like ruin the video, but now I go through 120 accessories anyway. So I have 1 amulet. I will chaos justice if I get another piece, and believe me, every stone skin on Rotos and many other faction as well. I have chaos sword all of these, but I haven't chaos sword this. What? Okay, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I thought I had done it. Maybe I got this piece the other week and I didn't even realize it. Yeah. Generally, I chaos sword every half relevant stone skin piece on good factions. But okay, let's see what we get. Even if it's like attack banner or it's HP banner with very suboptimal stats, we will totally use it. So let's see what we get. Come on, give me God RNG and just let me have 4-piece stone skin on my Rotos. It will be so much fun to have him in that in future. Not just for live arena, but it would even be good in classic arena defense. Come on, bless me with RNG. Okay, good start. No way, no way. Oh my god, that's actually like a really good piece. It's not even... Oh my god, yes! Yes, finally something. I mean, this is like 1 trillionth of the kind of upgrade getting like Grixia or Galatir or a good champion like Siphi would be. But considering that I do have good gear, this literally opens up the 4-piece stone skin option on my Rotos. I can do something really special with this. That's nice. Okay, we're just instantly gonna max out the Ascension. Yeah, no matter what we're gonna get, we're gonna chaos justice, and I'm gonna risk the fusion and I'm gonna just chaos dust the amulet and banner right now. I want to get them up instantly. Oh, no way. It wasn't even at the max rank, and even the last, oh my god, even the last one went to perfect piece. Ideally, if I could get to choose, I would probably put all of the rolls on speed. But the attack subset is actually slightly better than HP, or it gives more damage. The HP gives a little bit of tankiness. But there's really not a big difference between them. And even if we had like triple roll on the flat defense, to be honest, this would have been a great piece. I would have used it. But now this is just a god piece. This is actually... I'm pretty sure this is like even way better than the piece I'm currently using. Yeah, I mean... Well, okay, the piece that I have right now is good as well, but... This is still a better one. We do have 1 roll of flat attack here, but... goddamn, 4-piece stone skin, holy moly. And... it kind of even aligns perfectly, because I do have the... I basically have a perfect ring with flat HP and quad percentage attack with flat attack substat and HP percentage. You can't get better than this. I guess technically I could have defense percentage substat, but as far as damage goes, this is a perfect ring, and it's the perfect piece to not have in stone skin, because there's no way I would get a better one. So I'm gonna get the god build on my Rotos. We are gonna lose the 2-piece Cruel. That means that we're gonna lose a little bit damage on the A2 and A1. But the A3 already has 60% defense ignore. With Helm Smasher proc and the set from Lethal, we're already over it anyway, so we're actually not gonna lose any damage in A3. If anything, I think we're probably gonna gain a little bit damage, because I'm gonna have more stats on Stone Skin and the new accessories, I think. But okay, that's gonna be huge upgrade. I was just crying that the next video is gonna be the same old, same old. I'm gonna do way better on next live arena video. Watch out for that. But should I build it right now? Might as well. Let's go all the way. Give me a second. I guess I'm gonna make a separate video about the Saffron Man thing after all, because I'm gonna prolong this video. Let's show you guys the process how to actually get the proper build on champion. Now I have made, I think, 2 separate videos about using Hell Hades optimizer in the past, but people keep asking, so might as well show how it works in practice. But so in this specific case, we don't have the amulet and wait. Did I accidentally just uninstall Hell Hades optimizer? This isn't even the first time I did it. God damn it. I just uninstalled it and I think I have to look up my password afterwards to get it again. I'm not sure if it's gonna keep the details. Okay, give me a second. I screwed it up. That happened to me once before. It's super annoying. Like, you have to update it every goddamn day, and then it gives you the option to uninstall it right there. Please change it. Maybe I'm just dumb, but it's annoying. I think it only happened to me once before, but this is not the first time. Anyway, so the optimizer does have an option that you ignore the ascension, and that's what we're gonna do, because well, you can have it so that it calculates the max ascension on your gear, but you can also have it so that it ignores it. And since we do have the wrong ascension on the amulet and banner, we're just gonna do it, but we can still make it so that it calculates the highest damage with 4p stone skin on it. So just give me a sec. I will show it to you, but goddamn, this is gonna be a big deal. Okay, might as well roll the... Oh, okay, I don't have to put the settings up. Yeah, I don't have 6-star speed clips. I generally pretty much use them right when I get them, but this is so big piece I might... Nah, I'm gonna use a 6-star speed clip anyway, so I'm not gonna spam those 5-star ones for 1 more speed. Hopefully I'm gonna change it soon anyway. These, however, I'm totally gonna spam. You very rarely need to use 6-star attack clips anyway. Yeah, we're just gonna go for max roll, that's good. Come on, give us a lucky roll on the HP as well. Okay, well, not good, but I'm just gonna keep using until I get a better one. At least 7 or 8, because this is so good item piece that I'm gonna be using forever. By the way, in case somebody is wondering why am I going with flat HP banner on Rotos, it's actually better on Rotos. Like the TLDR version is that flat HP is better than flat attack, but percentage attack is better than flat HP. That's how it works in Rotos damage scaling. I think percentage attack is 1/3 more damage than percentage HP. I have all of these explained in my Rotos guide. It's pretty long, it's one of the first videos I make. I have a lot worse mic and I'm worse at speaking English on that video, but all of the information is very precise, nothing has changed, and I explain everything else and this in detail on my Rotos guide, so you can see it from there as well. I'm not gonna go through everything, but the TLDR version is that this is the best possible stat combination on Rotos banner. Other than that, I would ideally gone for every extra roll on speed than the other stats, but whatever I get, I'm happy with. Okay, here we have the Rotos. And we're gonna calculate the damage on A2, A3, which ignores defense, and this takes into account the enemy defense ignore and so on. We could even just calculate it with 0 defense on enemies, but that isn't something that you would typically do, but we could do it on this build. I'm just gonna unlock everything because I'm gonna put my best gear on Rotos. Now, you can decide if you want to calculate with attack buff or not. For Rotos, you could probably calculate without attack buff, but for other champions, if they scale from attack, I would always put it like this, and let's just go with this, and you can put like 4500 defense on the enemy, so that it takes into account the impact that the Cruel 2-piece set or Lethal and Savage and so on, how much they impact in damage. Sometimes crit damage 2-piece might be better, sometimes Cruel. It depends on your gear and the level of ignore defense that you have on the champion. As far as the stats goes, let's set the minimum speed at 230. I'm not gonna set anything else since we're already where is it? We're already calculating for match damage here automatically. But after we calculate it, we can change it up a couple times and see what we get. Yeah, we're gonna ignore these two. It's not gonna show the maximum possible stats, but because we have some items that are not ascended, or they have wrong ascension and so on. I'm just gonna set everything to max. You don't really have to do it, but I want to put it on speed specifically so that, well, it matters on the other pieces too, but so that it differentiates between 5-star and 6-star items, because sometimes a 5-star shield, for instance, might be better than your 6-star one, but then you can glip more speed on it or glip more HP, and then the 6-star one actually might be equal or better. So I'm just gonna put these. Wait, I didn't put the stone skin. Okay, so we want 2-piece stone skin on accessories and 2-piece stone skin on the items. That's what we're gonna go for. Of course, you could put it to calculate with lethal or savage as well, but we're already calculating for max damage, so it's gonna do it with them anyway. Okay, yeah, okay, this is gonna take a while. If you choose the specific set like lethal and cruel, like you make it calculate with 4-piece and lethal and 2-piece cruel, it's gonna be a lot faster. Since we didn't choose the set, it's gonna be a bit slower, but this depends on the settings and how much gear you have and your PC and so on. But sometimes some searches can be like 5 to 10 minutes if you don't choose any sets, and sometimes they are like 2 seconds. Okay, this is the gear that it's suggesting right now. It's basically what I have, but with different gloves from Eva and stealing 2-piece from Wukong, which I kind of was expecting, but I don't mind. But I don't want to use those gloves, even though they might technically be better damage than the ones Rotos has right now, but they are more speed, so let's crank up the speed a little bit and see the difference. Let me just make a mental note here that this is actually, I pretty much always do this when I do it for myself, but we're just gonna, let's take a picture of this. I'm gonna open Imgur album and I'm gonna put it here. It's just easier to compare it, but you don't have to do it. by the way, this is like a new UI that it shows this weird card menu. I hate it. I don't know why Zap changed it. I'm sure he knows better than me, obviously. But this UI looks way better. It's much more practical. So yeah, the new UI, I'm not gonna go for that. Okay, so this is actually better. We don't use the Wukong helmet. I thought we were gonna use it, but if we don't use the Wukong helmet, then I don't have to adjust his gear, and this is faster, so I'm totally happy with this. And take into account, this is not calculating in the Ask engine, so the gear is actually gonna be way better than it might seem on this build. Let's just see what kind of... let's add 5 more speed and see what we get. This is what you always want to do when you calculate these builds. Maybe your minimum speed is that you want it to be 220 speed, but maybe you don't lose like any damage or very little if you go for 10 speed more. You always kind of want to double check these things. Or maybe if you go 5 speed slower, you gain an insane amount of extra damage. But I already know I don't want to go slower. I do want to use a build that has these gloves in it. Wait. This is the same build, right? Oh yeah, I guess it was considerably faster than the minimum threshold that I put out, so it was just giving me the same build again. What is the other options we have here? Okay, so here is one build that is 5 speed faster. Okay, let me double. Okay, so that's basically the same, but it's using the Wukong helmet instead of the Rotos one. It does have one more extra roll. Should I just steal it from Wukong? It would be kind of more practical to not do it because I don't have to regear my Wukong, but then again, that would be a mythical beast, so one more extra roll, and I do like my Rotos, so maybe he deserves it. So it's like 5 more speed. Wait, what? It's both more attack. Oh, okay, it's slower crit damage, yeah. I think we're actually gonna go with the first one. I do like the higher crit damage on Rotos, since he scales with both attack and HP, and steals HP during the fight anyway, and gains a mass amount of those stats. Having more crit damage on him is good, so... And I don't have to change the Wukong build, so I think we're gonna go with this. I'm kind of surprised that I don't have better shields for him, because I do have a trillion different shields, but I guess just none that fit this. But yeah, wait, I'm kind of going back and forth if I want to steal from Wukong. I think for now we're just gonna go with the other one, but I'll think about it later. I'll calculate it off the video if what kind of build I can make on Wukong if I do steal the helmet. Okay, which yeah, it's this shield. Yeah, let's see the shields. Do I not have better ones? Yeah, I guess it's very specific if I also want to have HP on it. Yeah, I'm about to sneeze if I don't do that, so my bad. Okay, this would be, I guess this is the 2 good ones that I have, but I don't have any legendary or mythical shields for Rotos, sadly. But this is gonna be a massive improvement on his build, and it's gonna be super fun. Take into account, this is without glyphing the new items, and this is with wrong ascension on the banner and the amulet, and well, basically nothing of these new pieces has ascension yet, so it's actually gonna hit even harder than the old build. I'm super stoked about this. Yeah. Oh, damn! I don't have enough material, but I'm gonna farm it today. Even if we do have the fusion, this is a bigger deal to me. Oh, come on, give us a 4 at least. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 6-star glyphs later on, so that's fine. Anyway, let's not prolong it. I'm gonna work on this video. I'm probably gonna make another video about response to the saffron or watching that video. If I baited early on saying that I'm gonna watch it and then I don't watch it in the end, I'm sorry. This video took too long, but I'm super interested about the saffron thing, so I'll make another video about it. But that's it. I had some interesting RNG today. Thank God that I started looking at my stone skin after the video and realized that I had a banner. I think I got it last week and I forgot to chaos sort it, but anyway, that's it. Have a nice day and see ya.